Welcome back to another episode of Lights, Mics and Studios, or Mics, Lights and Studios, or Studios with mics and some lights, or there's lights with the mics. Drop the studio. No, I'm just kidding. My name's Charl. This is the I'm Youth Movement's YouTube page, and would you believe it? We have reached February at long last. January has ended. We've received our paychecks, our salaries, and you've got that little bit of breathing space all of a sudden again. And we're all already planning for December holidays if you're anything like me. So, having said that, this is January, and no, it's not. Praise God, it's February. Having said that, this is February. And February is probably most well known for the day of Valentine's Day, which we all celebrate on the 14th of Feb. Luckily this year again, it's falling on a Friday, which would have been the same as I think about 2014, the last time we celebrated February and Valentine's Day on a Friday. Doing it again this year. So now, considering that it is Valentine's Day, obviously our theme for the entire month will be love. And I want to start us off by having a look at the prayer that Jesus taught us to pray. And he started the Lord's Prayer. It's well known as the Lord's Prayer. And he started to say that, "Hallowed be thy name." Very old English that nobody actually understands nowadays. But what does hallowed mean? And I want to start off with that, because I want to end this video off with a challenge, which I'm calling the Love Challenge. Spoiler alert, you would have seen it at the actual theme of the video, or the name of the video rather. So, the Love Challenge. Hallowed be thy name. What does it mean for God's name to be hallowed? In order for God's name to be hallowed, it means that his name be praised. We should praise God's name. Now, that sounds very selfish, because if I go to my wife and I said, "Listen, thank you for loving me. I think in order for you to love me, praise my name." We would not want to be married or dating or even have a friend like that, someone that's continuously boasting. But you see, it's different with God, because if you praise God's name, you are the actual one that's experiencing joy through it, because you are seeing the miracle that is God, the miracle that is the fact that he loves us, that he provides for us. So if you do the old English version, the hallowed be your name, what it means is, God, I am praising your name for who you are, not for what you've done to me, not what you've given me, not what you've supplied me, not for the fact that you're forgiving me, but I'm praising your name for the simple fact that you are. You are a loving God. You are a wise God. You sent your Son. You love me. That's that. And that's hallowing God's name. And that is what I want to end off and start by mentioning what I want to do with the Love Challenge for February. I want to challenge you in your private prayer time that's coming up throughout this month to sort of have the prayer of petition a lot less and the prayer of adoration a lot more. What I mean by that, ask God for a lot less. I know there's tests and there's salaries and there's paychecks, and VAT might be going up and fuel prices might be going up and house prices are going down, so some of us would like to buy a house. Study fees needs to be paid, so we need money. I do get all that. But I want to ask you, ask God a lot less and just praise his name. Because in doing so, you would get a greater picture of who he is. Because there cannot be any love without relationship. I can't say to my wife or my sons, "Man, I love you to the moon and back," but I'm hardly ever home. I don't spend time with them. I don't build relationship with them. There's no love in that. It's the exact same thing with God. Sitting with God, starting off your prayer by saying, "God, I love you. I love you for the fact that you are wise. Why would I worry about my life if I serve you? You are the wisest being. You know the end from the beginning. Lord, I don't feel bad for what I've done in the past, because you are a gracious God. You forgive me continuously." That is adoration. That is hallowing God's name. And I can promise you, in your private prayer time, if you actually praise God's name more than asking for supplication, asking things from him, your relationship with God is going to be drastically different than what it would have looked like if you just kept on the way you're currently going on. I'm also challenging myself. So at the end of Feb, we will come back and I will say how my life changed by doing this thing. But I also trust that you would leave in the comment section below what happened with you, how your life is changing. So, do click subscribe, do allow notifications, and subscribe to this channel. We've got wicked content coming your way. Awesome stuff from Danny and from Given, Seri, and obviously Letitia as well. And then, also, last but not least, remember to tune into I Am on 657 every Friday night from 6 to 8 on Radio Pulpit. Catch us on DSTV channel 882. Catch us on imymovement.coza.